I've had requests for a post bike class, so here we go. So after you've gone for your bike ride, we're going to start standing and you're just going to interlace the fingers behind you, pressing the palms and wrists together. Squeeze the shoulder blades and open the chest. Just take a few moments here. You can shift a little bit left to right, just taking some twists. Just opening up through the chest. And then release the arms, make some shoulder circles. And then standing toward the back of your mat, reach the arms high. As you exhale, bend the knees and just melt forward over the legs. Let the head drop, clasp opposite elbows, and just let the upper body melt onto your thighs. And then you can keep the knees bent or you can straighten the legs if that's more comfortable. Just allowing the spine to lengthen. If your lower back is sensitive, I suggest keeping the knees slightly bent. Let the head be heavy, let the elbows be heavy. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Release the arms. Start with your right hand and walk yourself forward, coming into a plank pose. We're just going to hold plank for a moment so you can really activate the core. Feel the thighs working, feel the abdominals working. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to bring your right knee forward towards your right thumb, pressing the knee into the floor. You're going to walk the hands back, keeping the left toes tucked under, and you're going to drop the tailbone. So left thigh is lifting up. You'll feel the hip flexor stretch in the front of the left hip. You're activating those right glutes, pressing the right knee into the floor. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, release the effort in the back leg. Let the toes go long. And you're going to walk yourself forward, coming into a pigeon pose. The head can rest on a block or the floor. You can also stack your hands. Just breathe into that right hip stretch. You want to make sure the right knee's in front of the right hip and that you're not sitting on that right hip. Both hips are facing straight ahead. Breathing in. Breathing out. Just feeling a sense of ease as your body melts into the floor. Take another deep inhale and a slow exhale. Coming back up onto your hands, tuck the left toes under. You're going to step back into your plank pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees as you reach the hips away from the palms, coming into a bent leg downward dog. And then reach the heels down into the floor, stretching through the calves, spreading the toes. Bend your left knee and just reach that right heel into the floor. If you want, take the left toes and kind of lengthen that heel into the floor. So you're feeling that nice opening through the calf. Feel the right hip reaching up and back away from the right palm. You'll feel the hip stretch and the hamstring stretch. And then lower the left toes to the floor. Starting with your right hand, walk yourself back to your feet. Bend the knees. And clasp opposite elbows with the other forearm on top, just letting the torso drop, letting the head be heavy. And again, if you want, work towards straightening the legs, make sure you're not hyperextending in the backs of the knees. Breathing deeply, fill the body with breath. Slowly exhale and just melt toward the floor. Let the head be heavy, let the shoulders be heavy. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, release the arms, and then starting with your left hand, walk forward. Again, finding that plank pose, shoulders over wrists, activating the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, the lower abdominals. And then bring the left knee forward toward your left thumb. Left foot comes forward just a little bit, both hips point straight ahead. Keep the right toes tucked under. And again, walk your hands back. Feel the tailbone dropping. Feel that right thigh lifting. You'll feel the hip flexor stretch. You'll feel the activity in the left glutes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the effort of the right leg. Let the knee come down, release the toes. Walk yourself forward and just melt over the legs. Let the head rest on something. So maybe it finds the floor. If it doesn't find the floor, you can stack your hands or stack your fists. If you have a yoga block or a towel, you can place that under your head. Make sure that both hips are pointing straight ahead. That again, you're not off on a diagonal. Reaching the left knee forward as you reach the left hip back, and you'll feel that nice stretch through the left hip. Breathing in. Breathing out. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Lifting back up onto your hands. Tuck the right toes under. Again, step back into your plank pose. As you exhale, bend the knees and reach the hips away from the palms. Try to press the chest toward the thighs. Spread the shoulders apart. And then reach the heels down into the floor. Bending the right knee. Press that left heel into the floor. And again, if you like, take your right toes and just reach that heel down, stretching through the calf. Spread the toes. Feel the left hip reaching up and back away from the left palm. You'll feel the hamstring stretch and a little bit in the outer hip. One more inhale. Exhale. Coming back into your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And then starting with your left hand, walk back to your feet. Bend the knees, press through the feet and roll on up to stand. Interlace the fingers behind you with the other fingers on top. So whatever thumb's on top, switch all the fingers over, so the other thumb's on top. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And again, maybe some twists side to side if that feels good. Just feel the chest opening. Try to bring the wrists together, the palms together, the shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Release. You're going to step the right foot forward, bringing the hands to the floor and lower the left knee. So you're coming into a low lunge. The right knees are over the right ankle. The hips are sinking forward. Again, feeling that hip flexor stretch in the front of that left hip. You can keep the hands down on the floor or blocks. If you want, bring your hand to your right thigh and press the chest away from the thigh. Shoulders relax out of the ears. Feel the lower abdominals pulling in and up so you're not just sort of collapsing forward. There's a sense of lift through the spine. Breathing into the front of that left hip. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands down, straighten the right leg, flex the foot. Just stay with a flat back, feeling the hips reaching away from the heel, pressing the ball of the big toe slightly forward, outer right hip pulls back. And then if you want, rotate the right thigh to the right. You'll feel a little more on the outer hamstring. Feel the sit bones reaching back. And then rotate to the left. It's not going to go quite as far. Try not to lift that right hip. Keep it down as you rotate inward, feeling those inner hamstrings. And then coming back to center, knee and toes point to the ceiling. Activate the quad if you can. Stay with your flat back, or if you like, melt forward over the right leg. Breathing in and breathing out. One more inhale. Exhale. Bringing the right knee next to the left knee and step the left foot forward to a lunge. And again, the hands can come to the floor, just sinking the hips forward. Feel that right hip coming forward, feeling the stretch in the front of the right hip. Feel the hip flexors. Left knee over left ankle, so you have a nice stable left leg. Stay as you are, or bring your hands to your left thigh. Press the chest away from the thigh. Feel a sense of lift through those lower abdominals. Shoulders relax. Feel the right inner thigh squeezing as you draw the right hip forward. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more inhale. Exhale, bringing the hands down, straighten the left leg, flex the foot, reach the sit bones back. Again, just stay with your flat back. Feel the top of the head and the tailbone reaching away from each other. Left heel, left sit bone reach away from each other. Stay here or rotate the left thigh to the left. Again, feeling that outer hamstring stretch. Feel the pelvis is centered. You're just rotating the thigh and the hip socket. And then come back to center, rotate to the right. Try to make sure that the knee also rotates to the right, that it's not just the foot. Breathing into the inner hamstring stretch. Breathing out. Knee and toe back up to the ceiling. Stay with your flat back or melt forward over the left leg. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Feel a sense of ease, a sense of release. One more inhale. Exhale, bringing the left knee next to the right knee, coming into a tabletop so the shoulders are over the wrists. As you exhale, round the spine. Really press the floor away, stretching between the shoulder blades, letting the head just drop down, opening up in the upper back. And then reverse the curve in the spine, coming into a cow pose, reaching the chest forward, sit bones back. So you're contracting the back body and opening through the front body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, round into cat, just opening up the back of the spine. Reverse into cow, moving one vertebra at a time. One more time, round into cat. And then release, coming down onto the floor. Interlace the fingers behind you, press the palms and wrists together, squeeze the shoulder blades and lift the whole body up away from the floor. Breathing in, so back body is working, front body is opening. Breathing out. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, release, bending your right knee. Reach back, find the foot and draw the heel toward the buttock. If you want to grab with both hands, you can. Otherwise, the right hand grabs the foot. Left arm can reach forward in front of you. Just drop the head. Feel the heel coming toward the buttock. Feel the tailbone reaching toward the floor. So you're lengthening the lower back. You'll feel that quad stretch on the right side. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more inhale. Exhale, release the leg. Interlace the fingers behind you with the other fingers on top. And again, lift up. Feel that nice opening, right? Undoing all that hunching you do while you ride. Feel the shoulder blades squeezing, chest opening, thighs lifting. One more inhale. And release, bending the left knee. Reach back either just with the left hand or maybe both hands can find the foot. Feel the tailbone reaching toward the floor as the heel comes toward the buttock. Breathing into the quad stretch in the front of the thigh. Breathing out. Take another deep breath in, just be here. Exhale. Release the foot. Bring the hands to the floor, lift up through tabletop, and then shift the hips back, coming into a child's pose, opening up through the lower back. And you can rock the hips a little bit from side to side. Just feeling that lower back opening. Breathing in. And breathing out. Come rolling on up to sit. Bring the legs around in front of you and bring the soles of the feet together. Grab onto the front of the shins. And if you want to sit up on a block or a towel to make that a little easier, feel free. Find vertical. This might be plenty. Just relax the thighs toward the floor. Maybe hinge forward with a flat back. Feeling the stretch in the inner thighs and the outer hips. Stay here or walk the arms forward in front of you. Stay as you are or melt forward over the legs. Letting the head drop, letting the jaw release. Breathing into that nice lower back stretch. Feel the thighs dropping open, releasing through the hips and the inner thighs. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Just feel a sense of ease, a sense of release as you melt into the floor. Breathing in. Try to relax the jaw, the shoulders, the neck. Breathing out. One more deep breath in. And exhale. Slowly coming up to sit. You're going to scooch a little forward and come down onto your back. Hugging the knees into the chest. Drop the knees to the left. Stacking the right hip over the left hip. Just press the right hip forward. And then spin the left ribs toward the ceiling, right ribs toward the floor. Right arm can open to the right. Breathing into the right hip opening as well as the right lower back. Feel the right hip stacking over the left hip. As you spin the chest to the right, let the right ear drop toward the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out. If it feels like too much pressure on your hip, take a block or a towel and place it between your knees to give a little extra support. If that right shoulder is straining, if the chest is tight, you can place the right upper arm on a block or a towel, or just rest your hand on your waist and let the elbow drop open. Breathing in. And breathing out. Coming back onto your back. Taking the legs over to the right, again, stacking the hips. Feel that left hip reaching slightly forward. And then spin the right ribs toward the ceiling, left ribs toward the floor. Just relax into the twist. This is so nice to open up through the lower back, through the hip, through the thigh, through the chest and shoulder. Let the left ear drop back toward the floor. And again, take any variations you like. Again, maybe a block between your knee or under your left shoulder or arm. Breathing into wherever you are. Feeling a sense of ease, a sense of release as you melt into the twist. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Coming back onto your back, you're going to go back over to the right. I'm just going to spin around. You're going to go back over to the right and straighten your right leg. You're going to either place the right foot on a block or on the floor, and you're going to rotate the pinky side of the foot down so the foot is flat onto whatever you're touching. Maybe the left hand finds the foot or the calf or the thigh, just something to grab onto. Take your right thumb, hook it into the hip crease, and just press the hip forward. So you feel this nice opening through the IT band, through the whole outer right leg. Feel that stretch through the outer foot and ankle. You can stay just as you are or extend the left leg forward, deepening the stretch if that's what your body requires. Stay here, pressing the hip forward with your thumb, or press the hip forward on its own and open again into the twist. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Take another deep inhale and exhale. Taking it to the other side. So rolling onto your right side, extending the left leg forward. Again, foot can rest on a block or on the floor. Rotate the pinky side of the foot down. So the sole of the foot is flat on the floor, grabbing onto the foot or the calf or the thigh with your right hand just to stabilize it. Left thumb hooks into the hip crease and you press the hip forward. And you'll feel this nice opening through the whole outer left leg. Keeping the right knee bent or extending it long on the floor. Keeping the left thumb hooked or open into the twist. Just find the variation, the stretch that works best for you. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Feeling a sense of ease, a sense of release. Take another deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Release the stretch, hug the knees into your chest and just start to rock forward and back. Inhale to rock up, exhale to rock back until you come all the way up into a seated position. You're going to bring your feet to the left, so you're on your right hip. You're going to reach the right arm up and over and take a little side bend, opening up in that right lower back. Let the ear fall toward the shoulder. Breathing into the right lower back. Breathing out to soften. And then if you like, take some arm circles. Draw the right arm back. Feel that chest opening. Circle the arm down by the hip and forward. Exhale the arm up over the head and back. Inhale down by the hip and forward. Exhale over the head and back. One more big arm circle. And exhale. Coming back up to sit. You're going to swing the legs to the other side. Bringing your left hip to the floor, legs to the right. Reach the left arm up and over. Again, opening up through that left lower back. Feel the ear dropping toward the shoulder, left shoulder blade down the back. Take a deep breath into the left side of the ribs and lower back. Exhale. And then feel free to sweep the left arm back, making arm circles down by the hip and forward. Exhale over the head and back. Inhale down by the hip and forward. Exhale over the head and back. One more big arm circle. And exhale. Coming back up to sit. Bringing the feet in front of you. Sweeping the arms out and up. And bring the hands together in front of the heart. I hope you had a great bike ride, and I hope that stretch helped you feel a little better after your ride. Have a great rest of your day.